Sure, we're live before we begin. Okay, so okay, there we go. Yeah, we're live. Cool. Okay, cool. So not sure if anybody's watching right now. But okay, so hello everybody. Welcome to Tiggy Boy Theories. Tiggy Boy Theories, as most of you would know. This is my good friend Jurassic Boy Carter. He'll be joining us today. We'll be breaking down and reviewing the newest addition to the MCU Phase Four, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, Jurassic Boy, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this live stream. So to start off, what were your opinions of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as a film?
Well, first off, it was a very interesting and at the same time confusing film. Like, obviously, it dives heavily into the multiverse, and I'm pretty sure we see about, is it two or three versions of Doctor Strange? I
Yeah,
can't remember specifically. Um, and yeah, it is just as in the title, it's just full of nothing but multiverse and madness, pretty much. So it's kind of all over the place, but um, I did very much enjoy it. I thought the story was very straightforward. I also like how they didn't really waste any time. They just kind of got on with it.
true, true.
It wasn't rushed. I've heard a few people say it felt a bit rushed, but to me, it felt like a normal MCU film, just with less talking and more action. But I don't mind that. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess to put it lightly, I loved it.
Nice. Yeah, I think that was quite accurate to my opinions as well. But I gotta say, the thing that you said about the multiverse, I gotta disagree. I feel like the multiverse wasn't showcased at its best in this film. I feel like they could have done a lot better showcasing that kind of chaotic multiverse that we've been expecting. Like, I feel like in Loki, they had this kind of chaotic version of the multiverse that just believed in free will, chaos, and just that really contrasted with the TVA's law of control and just general order. But I feel like in this movie, we don't get none of the madness in this film originates from the multiverse. If you understand what I'm saying, none of the danger is from the multiverse. Everything we see that's dangerous is from Wanda and some of the other characters on the timeline.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying there, but you've also got to remember, like, this movie is just kind of letting you know that the multiverse is very much around. Like, it's now been opened up. We've got a character who
Yes,
can go into the multiverse with using her powers. Like, that's literally her power going into the multiverse. So I do see what you're saying there. But then again, you've got to also remember that pretty soon we are going to be getting multiverse threats, like
yes,
Kang the Conqueror. He's,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure, the next big one we're getting in
yeah,
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So.
yes, yeah. Oh, I think it's just Ant-Man Quantumania.
I thought it was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I could be wrong. I'm
Yeah,
not sure. It's been a while since I've looked some stuff up
nice.
about that film anyway.
Yeah. But
Um,
yeah, so yeah, I understand what yeah. I think I value your opinion as well. I feel like it was a good movie, it did showcase the multiverse, but I wanted to see that more dangerous side to it. Like the multiverse itself was not a horror element of this film. Like you expect it to be like in the Loki series when it ended and it showed all these different timelines branching out, all these variants. It created this dangerous aesthetic. It's like, what's going to happen next? And then in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, it kind of just dropped. Like it didn't really have much. Kind of didn't have that much. It abided by too many plot devices, too many laws. By plot devices, I mean like the Book of Ashanti, America Chavez, the Dark Hold. If you understand what I'm saying, like it just didn't feel real enough. Didn't feel like there was any danger or any chaos or just any general meaning to it. If you understand what I'm saying.
yeah, I do understand most of what you're saying. Yeah, it basically it could have been more. Basically, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I do agree. Like, not many of the threats in it were actually
Yeah.
multiverse threats. Like, I'm pretty sure even the monster which Wanda sent after America Chavez at the beginning, I'm pretty sure that wasn't even a multiverse creature, which I thought it was in the trailers and stuff. She literally just basically pulled that out of the dark hold and sent it after her. Pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do kind of see what you're saying, as in like a lot of the threats and stuff weren't technically multiverse threats, but as
Yeah.
I said, like this is just kind of the door opening for the multiverse, and we're going to get more of it within the rest of Phase Four and Phase Five. So it's just kind of the first step, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, man. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah. But yeah, it was just like I understand what you're saying, like it's the first step, but it's called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I
just
get that
yeah.
bit, but it's not like he didn't go in it. He did go into the multiverse, and he went into, I think, 3 or 4 different universes or
Yeah,
realities,
that
whatever
was
you.
good. Yeah, that was good, but it just like it didn't feel dangerous enough that how Loki gave the aesthetic of the multiverse, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with half of what you're saying and disagree with the other half, because
Yeah,
I do see what you're saying, as in like Loki did kind of make the multiverse seem much more exciting and stuff than this
much
film
more
does.
unpredictable.
Yeah, basically, and like we don't know what kind of threats are out there and stuff, basically, kind of thing. And they were setting up Kang at the end to be like this big threat, which of course
Yeah,
he is. Um, yeah, I do see what you're saying in that sense, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I just have other beliefs then, because I really thought the movie was everything I wanted it to be. It was everything I expected it to be.
yeah,
Um, I didn't really expect it to be completely insane. Although I do see what you're saying, that they've kind of misnamed it there in a bit, saying like Doctor
yeah,
Strange into the multiverse. That I do kind of agree with, that it may have been misnamed a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, for me, it was just kind of, as I keep saying, the first stepping point for the
yeah,
multiverse in this, like in the MCM. Like, I know that most people would say that the stepping point was Loki or Spider-Man No Way Home, but
mm,
even Spider-Man No Way Home, sorry, even that didn't technically go into the multiverse. It just had
nah,
different characters that came
mm,
in from the multiverse.
yeah,
So, but yeah, so in a way, Loki is technically the first multiversal project, because that actually does go into it a little bit. So yeah, I do
yeah,
kind of see what you're saying there, but the other stuff I'm gonna have to stick with my own opinion on, because
yeah.
I did love the film.
Nice, yeah, and I respect that. I feel like yeah, I respect your opinion, and yeah, this is what this is. This is what this is. This is an interview. Get to
Yeah.
see each other's thoughts and opinions. But yeah, so apart from the general plot, would you like to? So, what other topics did you think were interesting in the film itself?
Well, the villain, first off,
Yes,
Wanda.
yes,
I mean, there were always rumors, like from when they were first filming this project back in 2020. There were always these rumors, especially after the events of WandaVision, that Wanda may be the big threat of Multiverse of Madness. I
yeah,
won't lie, for a long time, I did think it was going to be Nightmare, who they did kind of tease a little bit in the movie, or
yeah,
Mephisto, who for some reason they keep on showing us Easter eggs for, but he hasn't shown
yeah,
up yet.
yes.
Um,
That's getting really annoying now.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure we may have even had one in this movie, and I just haven't spotted it. But I have only seen this movie once, so when it gets released on Disney Plus, I'm gonna rewatch it and like see if
Yeah,
I can spot any Easter eggs and stuff, and I might make a video about it. But as far
mm,
as I know, there wasn't any Mephisto stuff in it.
yeah,
But yeah, I think Wanda, she was an awesome villain. Her motive was pretty straightforward, and I can actually see why she was doing what she did half of the time. She literally just wanted her kids back. The only thing that did kind of confuse me a little bit is that she still believes that they're actually real, even
yeah.
after
That's
the
true.
events of WandaVision. That's the only bit that kind of confuses me a little bit, because like she literally, by the end of WandaVision, she knew that everything in that little bubble, her own reality that she made, she knew everything in there was something she made. So none of it was technically real, apart from the people who she just manipulated into different characters. But apart
Yeah,
from that, nothing was real. So it did kind of confuse me as to why Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is rumored to take place only months after the events of WandaVision, that she's now like on the same path which she was at the beginning
yeah,
of WandaVision, when like she
exactly.
doesn't
Yeah,
care what anyone's saying. So yeah, apart from that, I liked her as a villain, and I understood her motive. It's just it kind of loses me when like they go back to her wanting her kids, even when at the end of WandaVision she found out that she created them. They were never even real.
yeah,
They were literally just her imagination, pretty much.
yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I agree with you. And one of the things that I found kind of complicated as Wanda as the villain is like just a general motive. Like I know you might have found it a bit more interesting, but it's like when you break it down to its primest, all she wants to do, she's like, she wants to just kill innocent people, massacre people. Why? Because she really wants to be a mom. Like, is that kind of the
Well, no,
best
I wouldn't say she
motive?
wants to kill people. I'd just say that she did kind of warn Doctor Strange,
Yeah, but
"Don't get in my way, or I will
she's
hurt
willing
people."
to massacre people in order to do that.
Well, I don't really know how to respond to that because you're not exactly wrong. Yes, she is
Yeah,
willing to kill
yeah,
people to get what she wants. And as I said, that's kind of the bit that confuses me because I thought we already went through all this in WandaVision, so why are they doing it
yeah. That's
again?
exactly what I'm.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I do know that there was original plans when they were writing the script for WandaVision to Doctor Strange actually show up at the end of it and help take down Wanda. Because I've heard that the original villain of WandaVision was supposed to be Wanda, not Agatha Harkness. Um, but yeah, Doctor Strange was going to show up and he was going to help the characters defeat Wanda and then turn her back to the light and stuff. But yeah, so I do kind of feel like in some ways this movie was good, and in some ways it was basically just kind of the WandaVision that we never got type
yeah,
thing.
yes.
Um, but yeah,
One, it's
I
just
am.
a sequel to WandaVision.
Well, we always knew it was because they said like when they first announced WandaVision, it was directly tying into this movie. But I
Yeah,
do see that it's kind of a bit confusing because it's almost like it's the exact same story, if you get what I'm saying,
yes,
just with multiverse in it, basically. But
yeah,
apart from that, it's
yeah.
kind of
And
the
that's
same.
another thing I wanted to talk about. Like we said is like I said, what was I gonna say? This movie is a direct sequel to WandaVision. But one of the problems I find with that is there's just not enough. I feel like Doctor Strange as sorcerer, everything he's been built up to, it's just not showcased enough in this movie. Like he's quite like in this movie, it's like throughout all the years in the MCU Phase 3, Phase 2, whatever, he's like a character. He's just been completely defined by his wisdom, his intellect, and just like his godlike presence. But like in this movie, I feel like that just wasn't showcased. Like he feels quite short-sighted, quite gullible, quite trusting. Like he's willing to literally what's it called, risk people's lives in the multiverse to save America Chavez. But if you remember that scene in Avengers Infinity War, he's like he was talking to Iron Man and Spider Man. He's like, I'm willing to trade your lives to save the universe. So it's like I don't understand how he's so
No, that's
doing
not
that.
fully true. He didn't say the universe. He said the time stone.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yes. Yep.
and that is a
Or
bit different.
half the universe. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is obviously a bit different because like the time stone is like if used in a bad way, it is a very dangerous weapon. Because obviously you can mess with time and cause time loops, which he did to Dormammu in Doctor Strange 1 and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to say because
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. But it's like if you go on saying Doctor Strange as a character, he's willing to make hard decisions in the right way that's going to benefit majority of people. Like he didn't exactly have emotional attachment to everyone. That's why he never got with Christine. If you understand what I'm saying, he was
Yeah.
just never there. And he's like even with Iron Man, but that's why it shocked us. Like when Thanos stabbed Tony Stark through the back, he's like, okay, I'm going to give up the time stone. That was what was so shocking. Well, we realized it was good because he did it for a reason. Well, in this movie, he kind of just goes and he defends people and he saves people, but it's at the expense of a lot more people, if you understand what I'm saying.
Why? Because you mean like the multiverse is much more dangerous because they don't know what's out there and stuff, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. In that sense, you are technically right. Yeah, I do agree with that. Like, why would he be willing to help out with a much more dangerous threat than back then with Infinity War?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't really know how to answer this because you're not actually technically wrong. Like, you're actually
Yeah.
right, but Yeah, I don't know. This movie just kind of, as I said, bits. In my opinion, most of it's good, but there are a few questionable things on the side.
Well, yeah, yes,
Um, and that is one of them. Like, why would he help this random girl that's just showed up out the bloom and stuff? But
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, you do got to remember that technically he is also not the Sorcerer Supreme anymore. That
yes,
was Wong's job, so that may be part of the reason why he doesn't feel like he has as big as a responsibility now, and that's why he chose to help her. That could be it.
probably
But
not. I don't think so.
um, but yeah, apart from that, I don't really know why he'd help her and why he didn't choose to help
Yeah,
them back then.
and that's just like it's
Um,
what's annoying. It's like in this movie, I found it weird. He's just very one dimensional. It's like he's just very gullible, very trusting, and even by trusting, I mean like he's literally giving information to people he should not be giving, and he's blundering into these dumb traps that get him sent into prison and everything. And I don't know, he just didn't feel like he was at his peak that he was in Avengers Infinity War. Because my favorite movie with Doctor Strange is Avengers Infinity War because it just showcases him in such a brilliant way, going up against Thanos and making all these hard decisions on the behalf of half the universe, and it's just awesome. But in this movie, I feel like I don't know, he just wasn't himself. He felt like he took a step back, and it's just like yeah, it didn't feel he didn't live up to his godlike presence, his wisdom, or his intellect. If you understand what I'm saying.
yeah.
Mm. But
Um,
yes,
oh,
yes.
so I'm guessing from all this stuff that you're telling me then that you weren't actually a big fan of the movie. Did you not
No,
enjoy
I
it that
love the
much?
movie. It was heaps of fun, but it's
Yeah.
like that's just one of my problems. Strange himself just didn't live up to his presence. If you understand what I'm saying, like I liked it. I liked it. I feel like, but in this case, I feel like it had a bit more levity to it, which is like it's something good for Doctor Strange. I feel like that was really interesting, but like it was weird. Like they couldn't bring some levity to his character, but still attain that all his characteristics that he's been built up with.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah. Um, yeah, he does definitely act much different in this one to what he
Mm.
acted like in Infinity War and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so did you not like him much in No Way Home either? Did he feel different to you in that movie as well then, or?
No, he was fine in No Way Home, but I find it weird. Like he's become a bit short sighted, a bit gullible. But yeah, overall as a character, I liked him, but just compared to what everything he's been contrasted with, everything he's been built up with, it was a bit of a letdown. And I didn't like in some cases I didn't know what I was looking at. I'm like, is this really Doctor Strange? Like even when I saw the trailer for No Way Home, and Parker asks him to literally manipulate time, he's like, yeah, sure, let's go do it. It's like I found that a bit weird.
Yeah. Well, that's why the rumors back then were all the theories that he was being manipulated by Wanda, because he was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, yeah, sure, man. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm like, you what? Okay, it's
Hey,
different.
you willing to help me risk the entire reality just so people forget who I am?
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure, why not?
It's like I thought he was
Yeah,
literally going. I thought he was literally gonna get a whip and chase him out the door. I'm like, jeez, it's not my
yeah. But then
reaction.
when the movie obviously did drop, like he was actually like quite mad and he was worried for the safety of the reality when all the villains got brought into this reality and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's not like he didn't fully not care. He just didn't mind taking the risk, basically, which he shouldn't have
yeah,
done.
yes.
Um, yeah. So you're saying that he doesn't feel the same in Multiverse of Madness. I like all the versions of him because obviously we did see quite a few versions. Um, did you not like any of the versions of Doctor Strange then in Multiverse of Madness?
They were good, but I feel like they were just they. My problem with them, they just looked and acted like
Well,
too
they would because
similar.
they're from a
Yeah,
different reality.
yeah, they looked and acted too differently. It's like what probably one of the only differences between one of them is that he's got a ponytail. You get what I'm saying? So it just felt a bit like in Loki. I know I'm sounding like I'm starting to carry on about minor details and stuff, but like I feel like just in general the variants of different Doctor Strange were just way too similar. I didn't get to see any uniqueness about them, and even that Doctor Strange who got manipulated by the dark hold.
Yeah, I was
Really,
actually gonna say some stuff about him.
yeah, it just really felt like he was just a copy of Doctor Strange who just took the dark hold. Like, it didn't feel like there was no evil side of his personality. He was only evil because of the dark hold. Like, there was nothing evil about him. Like, and it's weird because before he got the dark hold, he would have been exactly like the Doctor Strange from our universe.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually gonna say, like, I always thought, like, in the trailers and stuff, that Dark Doctor Strange was Strange Supreme from the What If series.
Yes.
Because obviously we also got Captain Carter in this movie, but clearly it's obviously now obvious that neither of those two characters were the same ones from What If. They were just variants.
Yeah.
Um, which is kind of annoying because I guess that also means the same thing for other characters like Professor X and Mr. Fantastic,
Yeah.
which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying. As in, like, Doctor Strange definitely did feel quite different in this one to earlier projects that he's taken place in.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, that's the one thing that's the one thing I don't like about Doctor Strange himself in this one. He does
Yes.
act a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and
Um,
that's another thing you mentioned, the Illuminati in this film. That was another problem in this. I feel like the Illuminati was just a blink and you'll miss it scene. If you get what I'm saying, like it was just being built up to be this massive authority in the movies, like in the trailers, like the TVA. But when Wanda arrived, like bam, they're all gone. Like what? Like, I was just
well,
getting to know them, and they're already dead.
yeah, that's kind of the point. Like, Wanda's supposed to be like the most dangerous threat right now.
Yeah, but it's like
And she proved that by
yeah,
killing them all.
yeah, but I feel like the Illuminati itself, just like there was no time for it. I never knew who they are. It's like they were just another multiverses version of the Avengers, and they just got killed as soon as we started to get to understand who they were.
Yeah, I do kind of, I do kind of understand what you're saying there, but I honestly I had no problem with them dying because in fact, that entire scene, me and my friend, we were just bursting out laughing in the theater because Wanda was just ripping them apart like they were nothing.
Now, but what's annoying
The
is that she's literally ripping apart Mr. Fantastic, and she can literally
Yeah.
kill Black Bolt with like a single look, and he's dead. But then when she's fighting Captain Carter, like she's fighting her like this like American gladiators or something. Like she's barely using any effort, and she's bleeding everywhere. Like Captain Carter's such a threat. Like you literally just melted the brains of someone who can obliterate you with a single word and a single whisper of his mouth, but you're wasting your time fighting someone physically.
Yeah, I do kind of get that, but she still lost. Wanda
Still, yeah.
still cut her in half with her own shield, which I loved. Um, but
And then,
yeah, the only one I was actually a bit disappointed about was Professor X.
oh man,
But
he was like, he
apart
was
from him, I
like,
was laughing my
I'm controlling you under. Oh, damn it. He's dead.
yeah. I mean, I did see a few theories that he wasn't dead and he just got knocked out, but she clearly broke his neck, so I don't know what
he's
people are talking about.
he's dead. He's
Uh,
dead.
yeah. He's pretty much he's fully dead. But the only surviving member of the Illuminati is Mordo,
Mordo,
who I
yes.
want to talk about next.
Yes.
Wow, was he a
Yeah.
disappointment in this
He
film?
was, yeah.
I mean, first off, what happened to the original one? It sounds
Exactly.
like he's already been defeated and he's out the way. Like, what happened
Yeah,
with him? Yeah,
he's still been floating around since 2016.
yeah. Like, where's he at?
Yeah.
Um, we never saw him, and this clearly wasn't the same one. It was from a different reality, so Mordo's just running around somewhere doing his own thing. Either that or he's already been defeated by Doctor Strange. But The only reason I think he may have already been defeated and they may have already gotten him out the way is because in the movie, Doctor Strange, when fighting this variant version of Mordo, he said to him, "The version of you in my reality hates me, and you want to do nothing but basically destroy me." So
Yes, yeah.
that makes it sound like to me that he's already had encounters with Mordo in his universe.
Mm,
Because we only found out Mordo was evil in the after credit scene of Doctor Strange
maybe,
1. So how would Doctor Strange know unless he's actually tried to kill him?
maybe, yeah,
So I think they've already dealt with Mordo in the MCM and they just did it off camera and they were like, yeah, no, he's done, moving on. So
maybe. But I feel like there's more to it. I feel like it's just setting up something much more
well, that's
dangerous.
what I'm
But yeah,
hoping. I'm hoping that he's still around and he's just doing his own
yeah,
thing somewhere. But it's kind of annoying because you know that if Mordo did show up again, he'd only show up in a Doctor Strange movie, and we're probably not going to get another
yeah,
one now for like another 3-4 years.
yeah. And
So
even if he did show up, like wait, there's things that are way bigger than Mordo at the moment.
yeah,
Like
I
if
mean,
you show up, yeah,
I have heard a few rumors because you obviously know like how they're still setting up the Dark Avengers, right? With
yes, yeah,
She-Hulk, obviously Abomination, US Agent, and I don't think Black Widow's sister is with them anymore, but
yes,
she was. Um, so the Dark Avengers are still being set up, and I've heard a few rumors that Mordo is going to be part of that group, just so they have someone powerful enough to fight the Sorcerer Supreme. Um,
maybe,
that
yeah,
could that could be happen, or maybe like if Thunderbolt Ross was the leader of that group, which is what it most likely is going to end up
yeah,
happening. Mordo's already been captured by Doctor Strange. He's in some kind of safe prison, and Ross makes him a deal like if you help us like do this, then I can get you out of here quicker or
yeah,
something. Um, that would make the most sense to me. But yeah, Mordo was just kind of a letdown in this movie. Um, but yeah, I don't really care
yeah,
about seeing the variant version again. I want to see the normal one. So
yeah, but yeah, um, but yeah, that could be a possibility, but we'll see what happens in future movies.
yeah, well, that's my point. We've got to wait years though, so that's
Yeah,
like
that's the
more
thing.
time for him to go around and do his own thing.
Yeah, but yeah.
So
And also, did you watch the She-Hulk trailer?
I did. Do you want to talk about it? I thought we were only
No,
talking about
just
Doctor
no,
Strange. Yeah,
no, just no. Please don't.
you didn't
Please.
like that either. I
Oh
thought it was okay.
no.
I liked it apart from the ending bit.
Oh my god, that was terrible. Seriously.
I liked it apart from the ending bit when she randomly went on a date with this guy and then he's like, "You want to share some fries?" And she's, "Let's get
We'll
them to
get that.
go." Yeah.
And she's not look. She's literally carrying him to bed like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the?
No.
Like, what is this? Is this what Marvel's come to? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
But anyways, off topic. We'll talk about Doctor Strange now. But yeah, um, so we'll talk about the Illuminati, the multiverse aesthetic. What did you think of America Chavez and Wong? Because we haven't really touched on them yet.
Well, Wong is Wong. There's
Yeah,
not really
Wong's
much to
Wong.
say about him.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's probably the Wong CU now because he's showing up in everything. He showed up in
yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Mm,
Also, talking about Shang-Chi, I was really expecting him to show up in this for some reason because of that
yeah.
after credit scene,
Are you
but he
talking? Oh,
was never
Shang
even
Chi.
mentioned. Oh,
Yeah. So,
um, he was never even mentioned. So like that sometimes and after the She-Hulk trailer
yeah.
and Bruce Banner's still Professor Hulk, it's like when does that after credit scene take place? Then is that after
Exactly.
Multiverse of
Yeah.
Madness or what? Like they haven't really explained that very well.
Mm. I feel like it takes place before No Way Home, but after, because they're obviously at some sort of thing. Stop, Brianna, stop. Sorry, that's my cat. But yeah, so that scene where he's talking to Shang-Chi obviously takes place in some sort of sanctum. It could take place in like the New York sanctum or that hallway where the time stone used to be stored, because it's obviously a library and it's
Yeah, it's
obviously
like the library and stuff, and they've
yeah.
got all the books there. Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be taking place there, but I don't think what's it called? I don't think it was taking place at Kamatage, because in No Way Home there was that snowstorm that was there. That could have taken place after, but yeah, I'm really not sure at this moment, but it obviously took place before No Way Home and Multiverse Madness.
Well, hang on a minute. How do we know it definitely took place before No Way Home, though? Because they never even mentioned Spider-Man or anything in that. So what does that have to do with No Way Home? I'm confused.
It takes place before No Way Home. The mid
You
credits.
mean the movie or the after credits? I know the movie
The
takes
credit
place
scene.
before
The
it, but I'm
credit
talking
scene.
about the.
The
How
credit
do you
scene.
know, though? There's been no evidence.
Well, it's obviously because Multiverse Madness takes place directly after No Way Home. So I don't really think he's going to stop and talk to Shang-Chi in that amount of time. They've just figured out that the multiverse is real. I don't really think they'd go to that effort to do that, if you understand what I'm saying.
No, but that's what I think. That's what I'm. My theory basically is that the rings might have something to do with the multiverse. Because Wong in that after credit scene, he said that there was an energy level and it was also calling to someone or to
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
And obviously that is probably the rings maker or something, whoever that is.
Yeah.
So
Some people have thought that those rings were signaling that Eternal that was going to crash through the Earth.
what tunnel? Sorry, you kind of
So
lost
you
me
know the
there.
Eternal. So do you know did that massive what's it called that massive celestial at the end of Eternals that was going to break through the Earth's core?
Yeah.
So some people think the rings were calling him. I don't think they'd waste the rings on
No,
Eternals, though.
I don't. What? He's giant though. What use would he have for them? He
True.
can destroy a planet with like a flick.
Yeah,
So what would he need the rings for?
true. No, but the rings are what calls him and wakes him up.
Yeah, possibly, but I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe, but yeah. But yeah, Wong was great in this movie. It's like he's still got that fun aesthetic to him, but he's also I
Wong's
like
Wong.
how the actor Benedict Wong he's able to attain that really kind of goofy kind of like comic relief kind of personality, but he's also really good at transitioning to massive warrior sorcerer supreme. So as a character, I really like Wong for that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him in a couple of upcoming projects.
Hmm.
I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw Wong in Miss Marvel, because her power is definitely like an interesting other kind of reality kind of power,
Yeah,
if you get what I'm
maybe.
saying. So it wouldn't surprise me in an after credit scene for that show if we did see her get approached by Wong or just someone to do with the Avengers or whatever.
Yeah,
Because it is obvious that they're setting up the Young Avengers. It's pretty obvious.
yeah.
So
Hmm. But yes. But yeah, apart from that, what did you think of America Chavez?
she was cool. Good to see her debut finally.
Yes.
Not much more to it really. Her
Yeah.
power's cool. It's gonna heavily change the MCU going forward.
Yeah.
Um, I'm curious to know if she's actually gonna get her own show or movie though.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think if
I
she
feel
did
like,
get
yeah.
one, it would probably be a show, but I guess we'll have to just wait and see. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they announce one though.
Yes. The thing with America Chavez, I just feel like her character didn't have as much exposure as I wanted her to. Like at the end of the movie, like I didn't really know what she liked, what her personality was, what kind of character she was in general. And to be honest with you, like after 2 hours of screen time, I feel like the movie could have been done a bit better with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Like the actress is really good and everything, but still, it just could have been a bit better. To be honest with you,
What you mean with her specific character?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. That they could have done a whole lot more.
mm,
Like she only just fully got control of her powers at the very end of the movie,
yeah,
and she's the one who defeats Wanda.
yeah.
What? That's the bit that confuses me. Like, why would she be the one who defeats Wanda?
It's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
It's just confusing to me. And then they make us think that Wanda's dead, which is
Yeah, I know
another
she's
thing I
not
want to talk about. She's
like
really not
yeah,
dead, alright?
no, she just dropped down
Uh,
being on her head.
yeah. she dropped Scarlet Witch's castle on her head.
Yes.
So and it's not like she just went against the whole Illuminati and yet she gets killed by a castle. Yeah, I'm not about to believe that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's weird. But yeah, there's different versions of her in the multiverse, and Elizabeth Olsen signed, I think she signed an 8 movie contract. So she's obviously gonna come
well,
up in a
she
few more
first
things.
started or recently she signed a fresh one.
I think recently after WandaVision, I'm actually not sure. I should do some research on that. Maybe later.
I think you might be thinking after Endgame. It would make more sense if she did that after Endgame
Yes,
because
yeah,
that made so much money.
yeah.
So that would be when they renewed some what's it called
Contracts with the
contracts. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, if I had to make a guess, it would be some time in between Endgame and probably another time. But yeah.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, this movie, in some ways, it was all over the place,
yeah.
but in a good way,
Mm,
but also in a bad way in some parts.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, Wanda's definitely not dead,
Mm,
and I think the next time we're going to see her is probably as early as the Agatha Harkness show, which is coming, I
yeah.
believe, next year.
Mm,
What's that show called? House of Agatha or something? I've already
something
forgotten.
about like that. Yeah. I haven't done much
Uh,
research on that.
no, me neither, because I don't think they've even started filming yet, so there's not
Mm,
much to know about it. But yeah, so I'm definitely interested to know when we're next going to see Wanda, because I'm not believing for a second that she's dead.
no, she's not.
Um, I know though that we are. I know though that in the Sony Marvel universe, the guy who played Quicksilver in the MCU is playing Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, really? So,
So
what's his name again?
I'm curious to know like if Sony and Marvel are going to do like a multiversal collab again,
Yeah.
if Wanda will see Kraven the Hunter, and obviously like it's the same guy who played her brother and she sees him who looks exactly like her brother, but it's not, it's Kraven.
Yeah.
So that would be definitely interesting to me.
Mm,
But yeah, apart from that, I don't really know what else they could really do with Wanda,
yeah.
because they've kind of done everything. Like they did
Exactly.
what
Yeah.
happened in the comics. She was good, she was bad. That's it.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, she's definitely. I liked her as a villain. That's
Yeah.
probably the best.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say that every scene Wanda was in for this movie, she stole the show. She stole the
Yeah.
show away.
She was
She was
really good.
amazing.
Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen, you can tell she's really trying as an actress, even though she's not given with the most like expressive what's called material. Like yeah, you can tell she's doing a really good job to kind of carry that kind of character. And I'd be more than happy to see her again. Even if she's not playing like a direct version of Wanda.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you were saying like about the multiverse and stuff. There's different versions of her. That is another way we could see her come back.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'd bring her back in the multiverse. I
No.
think if they were going to bring anyone back in the multiverse, it would hands down be Iron Man because we are just
Yes.
waiting for his return.
Yeah.
It was anticipated for so long that Iron Man was going to be part of the Illuminati, and I'm actually thankful that he wasn't because we would have had to see him get killed off 5 minutes later. So um, yeah, I'm actually quite happy that he wasn't in it because they would have just killed him off straight away. So good
Yeah.
thing that he wasn't. Save him for
Yeah.
later.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I'm definitely. I'm very much looking. I think if they were going to bring Iron Man back in some kind of way, it might be in the Ironheart show, which we're getting pretty soon.
Maybe. We'll see.
But I doubt that's going to go into the multiverse very much. So, in how they bring him back, I don't know. But I guess
Mm.
we'll find out.
But yeah, so what else do we have to talk about here? Talked about most of.
What was the
Was
after
it?
credit scene?
It was him and that girl. I keep forgetting her name. What's her name?
I've already forgotten what it was.
Yeah, it was
I remember the one when he randomly met with that woman and she pulled him into what looked like the same
yeah,
reality as where
yes.
Dormammu was, but apart from that, I don't remember. There was that,
And then it was
and
Bruce
then
Campbell at the end beating himself up like that.
it was what was the second one?
It was that guy, that hot dog stand guy who was going like that.
Oh yeah, well that one was useless. We're not talking about that one. That one was just a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah.
Um,
That was Bruce Campbell from the original Evil Dead trilogy, though. Those are Sam Raimi's first movies.
No, I haven't seen that. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to see it there, rated R. I haven't seen them either, but I just know Bruce Campbell's in there. And Sam Raimi puts
Nah,
Bruce
I never
Campbell
even
in
heard
his
about that.
movies. Yeah. Mm. Clear Strange, that's the name. Charlize Theron.
What's her character's name?
Charlize Theron.
Never heard of her.
Oh, no, that's the actress. Her name.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the name's just Clear Strange.
Is she like a female Doctor Strange then or something?
Yeah. It's Clear Strange, a sorcerer. So Clear sorcerer associated with Doctor Strange in the comics. Yeah. So that's why she's
No idea.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah, but what does she have to do with it though?
I feel like she's just gone. I feel like because at the end of the Multiverse of Madness, the two what? What are you laughing at?
I'm just reading what Scow's put.
Scout. Oh, is he put color? As a chat.
Wow.
Social. Is this in the chat?
Hey?
Is this in the chat?
I can see it on the side of the screen in Restream and it's showing me what he's put. It's literally just an emoji and he's put, yo, Wanda is A, and then the emoji.
Damn. I can't see it. I can't see it. It's weird. I'll go.
Yeah, I can see comments on the side in the actual Restream. I don't know why you can't. But yeah, that just made me laugh. Anyway, continue on what you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just go and I'll try to find it.
But yeah.
Daskal said, "Hey guys." With live chat. Hey guys. Oh yeah, now I can see it. Damn, that's harsh, but yeah. I don't really know what to say about that, but yeah. I'll continue talking, but yeah. We know that at the ending of Doctor Strange, the multiverse and everything that happened with America Chavez obviously caused an incursion. I feel like that's when two multiverses collide with one another. I feel like that's what Clear Strange is here to do. She's helping come fix that with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but why were they going into the reality of Dormammu though? That's what confuses me. Is he coming back or something or what?
I have no idea. Yeah, Dormammu is not in the multiverse though. He exists in the dimension that exists in the universe.
I thought he was in the quantum realm.
Nah, I don't think so. Or maybe he
Wait,
is. Maybe.
what reality is he in then? I thought it was the quantum realm.
He's in the dark dimension.
He's in the dark dimension.
Yeah.
I should rewatch Doctor Strange. I don't remember a lot of stuff from that movie.
But yeah, he exists. So he exists in a dimension that exists within the universe. I say that's the universe. That's the universe.
Yeah.
Dormammu exists within it. So that's Dormammu. He exists within this timeline. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know he's in the same universe. He's just in a different reality. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Um.
Exact same as Quantum Realm.
But I'm still confused on why they went to that reality.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's weird.
And why does Doctor Strange have the third eye? What's all that about?
It's because he possesses the dark hold.
Is he going to turn evil then?
I don't think he's going to turn evil, but he's just going to be possessed by his power.
Guess we'll find out. Yeah, it is confusing me now a bit, because now they're bringing in a bunch of, like, female characters male characters that we have. Like, they've obviously done female Loki, they're about to do female Thor, and now they've just done female Strange.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't mean this in like harsh way, but are they doing it just to look good or
Yeah, I
what?
know they're doing it just because
Yeah.
like I feel they just do it. They're like, oh, we can't think of a character. Let's just introduce a female version. It's like, oh shit. It's like, oh, we got bored of Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Hulk. Let's do She-Hulk. She's gonna be carrying someone to
Well,
death.
that's not technically just getting bored, is it? Because there is actually a She-Hulk character in the comics, and there's been like a
Yeah,
few
but
comics on her.
but yeah, I'm not
So
talking about the movie. I'm talking about the comics. It's like they just introduce all these female crossovers of male characters, and it's with the exact same power.
yeah.
And it's like, hey, these guys are exactly the same. No, one's female, the other's male. I'm like, what's the difference there? I don't get it. But yeah, I feel like it's a bit annoying. I feel like shows like She-Hulk, I feel like they just get like they're just gonna be boring because they're just gonna display what we've already seen, but in a different character. It's just yeah. I don't really like, and even with female Strange, female Loki, it's getting a bit too out of the way. Like I feel like I like female characters, stuff like Captain Marvel and Black Widow. Like even though I don't like Captain Marvel, she's not a female crossover, male crossover. She has her own origin story. She has her own setup.
Yeah.
If you understand, so that's one of the reasons why I can tolerate her. She's a new addition. We never saw anything like her, which is why I was like, okay, Captain Marvel's not too bad. But when I watch female Loki, female Strange, female Hulk, like it's like seriously, like come on, you guys can't think of
And
anything
that's
better.
actually, it's interesting that you say that about Captain Marvel, because I just realized in the Illuminati we had like a different version of Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
yes,
And it was Monica Rambeau's mother, wasn't it? I've forgotten her name.
I think it was. Yeah,
Um,
it was Maria
why
Rambo.
didn't they take the opportunity to make like a male Captain Marvel? Why do they keep doing females? That's why I'm saying, are they just doing it to look good
Yeah, that's
or
the thing.
something?
Yeah,
And that's just the kind of thing that's kind of annoying me a little bit, because like,
yeah,
yeah, we know that you guys are just doing it to look good and like, yeah, female rights and stuff, but you don't need to do everything to do with women and
exactly. Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah,
I'm
so
fine with female characters when they have their
yes,
own
me too.
origins.
I just don't want them to focus on it a bit too much, because
Yeah,
like it's like, you know, yeah, it's there, but we want to see characters who we love, not just female versions of characters we already
exactly.
have.
Yeah, and we want to
So
see even with
yeah,
female characters, we want to see new. We want to see female characters that have different abilities. We don't just want to see these crossovers who are being displayed like they're different, like they're completely new, even though they're not. They're just these They just swap the gender and they change the name of it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's just kind of getting a bit annoying now.
yeah,
But yeah, apart from that, the actual movie itself, I loved.
yeah,
I thought, as we've strongly spoken about, I think bits of it could have been better. But
yeah.
for me, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 star
Yeah.
rating, because
I'd give
I
it.
think
I'd
it was
give
okay.
it 7.5, 8 out of 10. Yeah, it was decent. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. That's the thing. I really enjoyed watching this film. I feel like I enjoyed watching this film more than the original Doctor Strange because I feel like the Doctor Strange, in the beginning, it just takes itself way too seriously and it kind of just displays its theme and its general MacGuffin way too much for my liking. But in this movie, I feel like it's just a bit more subtle and laid back. Like you can actually just enjoy what you're looking at instead of actually focusing on it way too much, which is what I like. I like that in a movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
I strongly agree with that. Like, that they don't need to focus on stuff too much, but just kind
Yeah,
of get on with it. Yeah.
yeah,
And I think that's what's really good about it, because uh, like other movies like what is it? Was it Guardians of the Galaxy? I remember that people were saying that Guardians of the Galaxy felt very rushed when it first came out, or
no,
something.
no.
Yeah, but I was like, what the hell are you talking about? That
That's
movie's
one of the
amazing.
best. That's one of the best Marvel movies
Yeah,
all
and
time. Yeah,
and because of that, the Guardians of the Galaxy are getting their own holiday special, which is coming
yeah,
out the end of this year, which I'm very
yeah.
much looking forward to.
Characters are
Um,
all lovable.
yeah, but with this film, it does have a few things wrong with it. But
Yeah,
apart from that, I still like it as a movie, and the
Yeah,
characters haven't changed for me.
yeah,
Apart from Doctor Strange, who did feel a bit different, as you stated, but apart from that, yeah, I'm fine with
yeah.
it.
But yeah. Darth Scowl's written something in the comments. What about the gore theory? Yeah, what about the gore theory? Yeah. Some people, I feel like some people were saying they Gore the God
Yeah.
Pusher. Yeah, I don't haven't done
I've
research yet.
heard of it. I
Yeah.
mean, do you want to say it? Like, have you heard of the
No,
rumor
I
about
haven't.
it, or?
I haven't actually.
So basically, because you know in the comics, like Gore the God Butcher was he was basically evil because Hela, she went to his
Yes.
planet when she was Queen of Asgard, and she basically killed all of his people, including his wife and daughter. So
Yeah.
basically, it's kind of a revenge thing, similar to Zemo. Um, but the theories or the rumors, well, yeah, the theories right now are that he's actually from the multiverse and he's angry because Wanda actually killed his wife or something, or his child and wife in some kind of way when she was going on her rampage.
But what
And
does that
now,
have to do with for?
no, that's what that's what I was getting to. Like, people are saying that in some way he's gone through the multiverse and he's come into the MCM reality or the MCU reality, sorry, to look for the specific Wanda that murdered his family.
Yeah.
Um, but he runs into Thor instead, and then he realizes there are too many dangerous people who can do to other people what they've done to
Yeah.
me. So I need to put an end to all of them, basically. Like, gods can't exist. Because
Mm,
let's be honest, Wanda does have the power of a god.
yeah,
So,
she does, but yeah,
but
but it
again,
still
it's
doesn't
just a
make sense.
theory, and it's not my theory. I've just heard it
Yeah.
online. So,
Yeah. But yeah, that's weird. I don't get why he'd want to go around distinguishing of all gods. Like, do you like? We're talking about the MCU here. Do you know how many gods and creatures there are in this universe and in the multiverse? Like,
yeah, well, that's what he was in the comics, though. That was like his life goal, his life mission
yeah,
after his wife and child were killed. I've got to get rid of them no matter how long it takes, basically.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but I guess it kind of does make sense in the way that, like, it would explain why he's never attacked till now,
yeah,
because obviously, where would he have been at? Like, has he been taking his time? Like, what's going on? So,
yeah,
um, yeah, it's just a bit confusing. So I guess in the sense that he could come from the multiverse is a good theory, but yeah, 100% no, I'm not fully sure.
yes.
I wouldn't mind it. Um, but yeah, I guess Thor is only like a month away now, isn't it? Or just over 2 months,
I think
July.
it's a month and a half, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I just got myself excited there because we're only 3 weeks away from Dominion.
Yes, yes, I want to go
Yeah.
see that.
I've already
I'm
booked
definitely,
tickets. I'm
yeah,
seeing it on the 11th.
nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go see that with some friends. Definitely got
But
to go
anyway,
see that in cinemas. Yeah,
yeah, I'm hyped.
yeah,
But yeah, guys, Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness, I liked it. Did
yeah.
you like it?
I loved it. Yeah, it had flaws, but generally I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed talking about this movie with you. Also before we head off, is that everything we have to talk about?
Everything to talk about with this movie. There's not really much other
Yeah,
stuff. We've pointed out everything that's wrong with it, and we've kind of stated why it's good and stuff.
yeah,
So yeah, I
uh,
believe that's everything.
yeah. Okay, cool. So I feel like that's the end. Thank you to all people to all you guys watching. I know the only person watching this at the moment is Darth Scowl, but when this is
If you're watching
recorded,
this later
yeah,
on,
when this is
yeah,
recorded on my channel, like some of you guys might be watching. So I just want to say thank you for viewing it, and also thank you to you, Jurassic Boy. Thank you for coming and having this discussion with me. I really enjoy talking to you. I really enjoy discussing this movie with you. So thank you for joining me today.
yeah, no problem. I was just going to ask though before we end, what would be the next project we live stream about, or would it be Miss Marvel because that's the next Marvel series we're getting?
Maybe I feel like we should do a project on all. Um, I feel we should focus. I feel like these live streams. I feel like it's better if we focus on the bigger MCU projects like Multiverse of Madness and For Love and Thunder. So I feel like maybe
Oh,
our next
you're
live
not
stream, yeah.
looking forward to Miss Marvel that much then?
No, it's just like there's nothing much to talk about. Like the Miss Marvel and She-Hulk trailers. Have they really
Yeah.
told us anything about the characters? Like we have no antagonists, no characters, no, just nothing. So I feel like if we did a live stream, we get kind of short stopped.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the only antagonist in the Miss Marvel series was the government just trying to get her
Oh,
power or something.
yeah.
So,
Oh wow, a bunch of guys with guns. It's a great
well, it would be similar
enemy
to
for
what they did in The
superhero.
Incredible Hulk, wouldn't it? Most of that movie was just him fighting the military. So,
Yeah, but it's like this is different. It's like there's a lot of more powerful characters, and there's been heaps of like powerful characters like Thanos, as like Captain Marvel herself has literally beaten Thanos, and you're giving this teenager the exact same powers, and she's going up against the military. Like, it's a bit weird if you ask me.
it's just a theory, leave me alone.
No, I know.
uh, but yeah, so I believe that's everything. So I mean, if something big does happen in Miss Marvel, though, are you willing to do a stream on it, talk about
um,
it?
I'm happy,
Like if we
but
get a big
yeah,
cameo or whatever.
yeah, I'm happy to do that. But I'm more. But to be honest with you, I'd rather do something about Jurassic World Dominion for Love and Thunder, and
Oh
something
yeah,
more
well we'll do stuff on Thor,
different.
yeah, because we're probably gonna get a second trailer for that in the next few weeks.
Mm,
So
yeah,
yeah, we'll do a video live stream on that at some
yeah,
point if we do get a
yeah,
second trailer.
yes,
But yeah, so thanks for having me. It's
yeah.
been
No worries, mate.
fun.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, and yeah, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Jurassic Boy Carter's channel. He's got on how many subscribers are you on?
55, I believe. Not
55.
mine
Nice.
more
So
though.
we want you guys to get him up to my level 184. So please, 184 people watching, go subscribe to Jurassic Boy Carter's channel for me, please. Thanks. But yeah, before you, thank you, Jurassic Boy. Thank you to all you viewers. Thank you for joining. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments. I'll get around to reading them. And yeah, have a great day wherever you are in the multiverse. And we'll see you later. Bye bye.
See ya.